I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
Let's go. World's Most Dangerous Podcast. Vivo P's in the building. What's good?
What's going bar for bar?
Shouts out to the fans, man.
That's good.
Hondo up in this piece.
F to the R to the S to the H to the O to the U to the T. That fresh out.
What's up?
Wake up the neighbors.
Oh, you already know. Wake them up.
It's about to be Christmas. Oh man, it's about to be Christmas in the joint, man. Oh man, my God.
Wake up.
Got a few more hours for that.
Hey man,
Rose.
don't open fire. Jack Frost got that weed and seed.
Iceberg got that weed around.
Man, what's good, y'all? Hey man, Christmas Eve, man. First of all, who's giving y'all hip hop on Christmas Eve? Let's stop the cat,
Man, we doing it.
Going down tonight, man.
do.
What's goody? Man, we got Jay Kemp in the building on remote, man. He's in that remote location. What's goody, man? Jay
What's cracking?
Kemp. What's going on, man? How you feeling, man?
What it do, man? Colder than Hitler's heart. That's about all.
Man,
Oh, that's cold, man.
man,
Colder
cold.
than Hitler's heart. And
you was wrong for not bringing some of that Tampa weather on up north here, bro.
It's gonna be
Wrong,
cold
bro.
there too for the next couple of days, but then it'll be back. You know what I'm saying? To standard, to normal.
Facts.
Gotcha.
Normal scheduled programming. It'll be back. So you know. But what's good though?
Nah, man. P was goody, man. On you, man.
My brother.
Hey, just glad to be up in the spot on this Christmas Eve with y'all. When I say we all, I'm talking about you, brothers. I'm talking about y'all in the chat. Welcome, appreciate
Man,
y'all.
what's on chat, man. What's goody,
Yeah,
man?
yeah.
Tay in the building, man. Holding it down, man.
Yeah, Tay, Juan, what's
Early,
good?
Good one,
What
man.
is going on?
Great
Reek
guy.
and the Nat was good.
Oh,
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas, man.
Yes.
Maddox
My
in the
nan,
building, man. What
Wagwan.
is going on at 8K? Was goody. You
Wagwan.
know what I'm saying? Miss
Yes.
Lisa's in the building, man.
Lisa, what's
Christmas.
happening?
Hey,
Happy
Merry
Christmas Eve to you too. You and yours.
Morning,
Yeah.
morning. Hey, man. Of course, Power 600's in here, man. Man, Gambino's in here, man.
Bino
Hold
and
it
Power
down,
600.
man. Denver, Colorado, man. 303.
Hey.
303 was
You
good.
as well. God
Oh,
bless
yeah.
you and your family as well. Thank you for that.
Hey
Appreciate
man,
that.
hey, we got a good show tonight. We're gonna be talking about Megan, of course, man. We got the Hennessy mixing it with the tea tonight to give y'all that special blend tonight, man. We're gonna be going hard in the paint, man. It's gonna be crazy. Hamilton's in the building. What's good, man? Hamilton look like, man, he can sing. Woo, woo, woo. Hamilton's in the building. Hello, family. What's good with you?
What's happening?
Ashley's in the building.
Ashley, what's
Hold it
good?
down.
What's good?
Man,
Hey, everybody,
it's
put in here where you
cold.
guys are from, man. What's going down? What's going on tonight, man? Man,
Bravo, what's
salute,
good?
man. Africa is
Botswana.
in the building.
Africa.
Man. Come on, man. We
All
gotta get
day.
salute.
Yes.
Niggas in the building tonight.
Yeah,
I know
y'all
it ain't
coming
cold
through.
there.
Yeah,
Yeah, we know
I
that.
know it ain't cold there.
We just need one ray of sunshine, just a piecing,
Yeah.
actually.
Man,
Mike
Mike
Mondo.
100 in
Mike
the
100.
building, man, representing that.
Hey, what's the
Tampa,
weather like in Tampa right about now?
man,
Yeah.
What's the weather like that
man, beautiful.
that you
What is
experience?
Like I
that?
said, now it's cold. It's cold in Tampa.
Cold
right
in
now,
there?
man.
Oh man, I'm sure
Yeah,
it's cold
gonna be cold.
throughout
It's
most
gonna
of
be
the
cold there
nation.
for a couple of days, but we will get back to normal though next week
Hey,
in Tampa.
Ashley's
especially when
ready.
I
Hey,
get back.
Ashley's ready, man. She talking about, man, talk about how that jury convicted despite a clear lack of evidence and multiple.
We gonna tap into that, Ashley.
Man, she's
real soon.
in. Shout
We
out
gonna
to
tap
Ashley,
into that
man.
real soon.
Nightmare is in the building,
Good,
man.
bro.
Man,
Nightmare in the
What's
building.
good?
What goody, man.
There you go.
Come on, man. Salute the Nightmare in the building, man.
Day.
Miss Gibson's up in here early, man. What's up? What's going on with you? Of course,
What's happening?
not the horse and paid the judge.
Uh-oh. She getting started
man.
already saying something that just got
Stop it.
slid. She said something that got slid.
Already, man.
That's what she
Stop
said.
it. Actually,
It's cold.
Ashley and Kenna needs to coof.
Yeah, man.
They
They
both came in with it early.
Antoine Ford.
Yo, Antoine was
Six in the
good.
building. Hey, Merry Christmas, man. What's
Merry
going
Christmas.
on?
Merry
What's
Christmas,
going
bro.
on? Yes. Oh, all day. Of course, man. Oh, our guy Darren's in the building too, man. Hey,
Happening, Darren Harris.
Salute, man. Hey, we got a good show for y'all tonight, man. Okay, hold on. Ashley saying criminology law studies major. Hold on, man. Salute.
Okay.
Man.
Give her the AK for that. Give her the AK for that.
And we gotta I get the AK too, man. Let's do the AK. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go. Hey, man, we got a good show tonight, man. But first, we gotta talk about just something real quick, man. We gotta give us a little shout out, man, to Big Scarr, man. You know what I'm saying? He passed away.
Man.
Nobody knows what happened. He was actually on IG before he passed. Man, if y'all don't know, man, doing big numbers, crazy cat, man, in the rap game, man. Memphis, holding it down, man. Died at 22, man. Just want to salute him real quick. Any thoughts and talks on him real quick?
Yeah, man, like you just said, man, just want to make sure we give our proper condolences to this young man. You know, 22, way too young, man, way too young. Couldn't even really get his career lifted, you know what I'm saying, yet, you know, not even close to his prime. Definitely want to, you know, give a shout out and a special salute to his family, all his loved ones, his fans, everybody that rocks with that young man. And again, I feel like every other show we talking about somebody slain or somebody who just randomly passed away, man. And hopefully 2023 we get better vibes. We not having to constantly talk about some of these issues, man, but we definitely want to big up Big Scarr, big up to Big Gooch. Guwap was a major part of his imprint, his label. And you know, just salute, man. It's sad, man. It's another one that hurts, man.
Facts.
Another one that hurts.
Yeah. I mean, you're right, man. It's a sad situation indeed, as always, man. Big Scarr, he was basically that 1017 frontline member next to, who was it, like Fujiano and Pooh Shiesty, I want to say.
Yeah.
And to go from that to no longer being here with us in this world, allegedly or so forth, due to an addiction that just never got shaken off at that young age of 22. You know, Big Scarr, man, he was on PERCS, you know, flashing out on social media saying that, you know, he was a fully functional junkie, you know what I'm saying? So you already know there could have been some other factors or some other elements, let's just say, you know, the gasoline and all that. But man, such a lifestyle, unfortunately, just caught up with him, if this is confirmed to be true, at a way too young of an age, man. And without the right people around you to, you know, hold you accountable, especially at one, again, such a young age, and two, at was about to be the propulsion of your rap career, man. It's just a blow to a lot of folks, man. So hopefully Big Scarr's passing, it causes someone out there to that may be going through what he, you know, was living out to, you know, maybe hold back on some things, or reconsider. And you know, condolences to the loved ones, and you know, 1017 and Gucci Mane and everybody that was affiliated with Big Scarr. Rest in peace.
Absolutely. And just like Kim said, these young dudes got to stop mixing drugs, man. You know, you mixing cough medicine with stimulants and depressants and other pills, like that stuff is crazy. Like, your body don't know which way to react to that, man. It's like, there's nothing in science, medical science, that would tell you to mix cough syrup with alcohol and cocaine and everything, whatever else that they own. You know what I'm saying? Like, this stuff is just crazy, man. Like, we just got to do better, man, and take our health much more seriously than what they doing, man. You know what I'm saying? It used to be, you know, people do their libations and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? you got crackheads out here with a 9 to 5.
You don't know what you're doing now, but you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like I said, man, salute to him, his family, man, and you know, definitely
100%.
You know, Gucci and the whole team, man.
Indeed.
But no, like I said, man, just want to give a shout out to him, man. But want to talk about something real quick too, man. We got to talk about some crazy stuff, man. Of course, with Wiz Khalifa, man. This dude is basically trying to say that, and I need to know what y'all think about it in this chat too. You know what I'm saying? I know Miss Gibson's over there, man. She on that drink, man. And she got the blow.
Man. Wow.
Be careful.
Hey.
Don't be sorry. Be careful. You know what I'm saying?
Man. Be easy, Killah. Be easy.
First of
chilling
all,
right now.
let's be clear. Is this cap, man? He's got to be capping as far as going with Wayne in a versus battle, man. Like, come on, man. Like,
I think he's dead serious. I mean, he'll get bodied, but I mean, I think he's dead serious.
Right. Right.
I'm far from a Wiz hater. I mean, I respect Wiz. You know what I'm saying? Wiz, got his own thing going too, man. Linked up with Juicy J and all kinds of cats too. But let's be clear though.
Right.
This man will get Control-Alt-Deleted so quickly. I mean, after the first couple of rounds, you know what I'm saying, it's pretty much body bag all day. But salute the Wiz, but Wayne is he's iconic. Like you're not touching that. Right. Wiz got he got hits, Madden, but come on, but Wayne has a catalog that's long. Pause. It stretches.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It stretches like that there's no competition.
You going back to 90 something, you know what I'm saying? Like stop the cap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, Wayne got a clip just of Hot Boy stuff.
Alone.
You know what I'm saying? When he was 14, he got
game.
He could just go to the bag and just pull out just extendos, magazines, bananas. He just got clips for him. Like it ain't going down.
Clips on clips.
Bebo, what you thinking on this, man? You know what I'm saying? I know you're a Wiz lover, man. I know you like that black and yellow. You know what I'm saying? But what you think?
Hey, like J Camp said, I'm not a Pittsburgh swag, absolutely. But no, I ain't a Wiz hater either. You know what I'm saying? I guess
shout out to Wiz, man.
I rock with Wiz Khalifa, and I definitely rock with Wayne. You know what I'm saying? J Camp said pretty much everything the best. Wayne is definitely going to demolish Wiz if that were to ever happen. Wiz he has some nice songs, no doubt, but
he do.
And again, J Camp said this best. I mean, his catalog is just way too massive, meaning Wayne's. Though now I will say at the same time, they both do have great stage presence with awesome performative skills on stage as well, which factors into what can make or break a versus situation. And I know this is more of a Wiz wish list, but we, like Iceberg said too, let us know in the chat who you could see Lil Wayne actually go against, and who maybe you could see Wiz go against, if that were to take place. Now let me say
Jay-Z.
Wow.
That's all right.
Jay-Z.
You a dollar short. That's all good.
Iceberg said that like Jay-Z.
Right. Like he was running, like somebody running in the background.
Right.
Jay-Z.
Right. Jay-Z, meet.
Hey man, hold up, man. Ken's saying the Jay-Z joint, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she
hey,
said
man,
he
Wayne,
gonna have to sit this one out too.
Tobacco said microwave that dude. Hey, God bless, man.
Straight radiation.
Straight
burn his whole
I guess
dread
going
off
to
that he's
use
got.
since Mac Miller passed. I can see that, man, but
yeah, I can see that too.
I don't know.
See that too.
Well, Nightmare saying I thought Wiz versus 2 Chainz made sense.
Oh, that's a good one. That might be an all right one.
That might be a decent one.
It might be, yeah. That's a good. That's a good matchup.
Hey, Miss Gibson, we the same age, man, so it's all good. You know what I'm saying? We old school too. You know how we do.
All day, Kenna.
Speaking of old school, we gotta talk about DaBaby's career, man. It's old school right now, man. Can't get nothing right popping right now. But DaBaby won a legal victory, man. $6 million. Where the money at, Bebo?
Oh, the money, man.
Money out, cook.
It ain't $6 million, but it'll do for the representation,
So he got them J Camp sunglasses on, and he just won the money, man. He's feeling good. Got the chains on like J Camp. This is a 2020 brawl, man. 2020 was crazy. The Megan joint, and now this brawl in Miami. He won the case, got $6 million. He's over there with Bebo P's lawyer. You know,
which means he got paid. Speaking of which,
he got paid.
Look at that grin.
Yeah, he got that grin. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? With the way back. You know what I'm saying? Back. He got the way back. But he won the joint. Yeah. What's y'all thoughts on the question I got for y'all though? Is will this catapult DaBaby into getting his music career back on track?
I think if DaBaby stays the same course of where he's at style wise, then it's hard to say. It's hard to see him propel from where he's currently at. As far as like charts and notoriety, that's just my personal take on it. Plus, he's likely one more controversy away, like a serious one or maybe even a moderate one from being done for if he's not careful. So. Shout out to him for winning this lawsuit. But hey, at the same time, he is known for doing things that he was accused of the nature of what this lawsuit was about, allegedly. But
he's a badass kid. He remind me of a badass kid. Yeah, he's a badass kid. Shout out North Carolina, Charlotte.
Yeah. I think, as far as like videos, his comedic side of what he presents and just what he just performs visually on there, he does a great job on that. But I think he just needs that coaching during his creative process moving forward in order to help him propel as well musically. That's just my take, though. J Camp, what say you, bro?
No, I agree with you, Ashley.
Ashley just gave him the shot.
Everybody that has basically commented on this, I mean, unless he circles himself with some form of just high moral, high standard individuals, he's going to continue to find himself in these weird situations. Now, I know this was a little different because it was over like some money over a show. So, that's completely different, but it was still a scuffle. A scuffle was a scuffle, and he's been known to get in scuffles. So anytime he's fighting, whether it's right or wrong, it's going to get put on blast as if he's going to be convicted in a court of public opinion. Like he's going to be the one that gets blamed for it. So until he surrounds himself with a better circle of individuals, somebody who can be in his ear, he needs a good OG who can just be in his ear and be like, son, don't do that. Like Kenneth said, you got the beady head kid syndrome. Like you the beady head kid on the block with the snot box.
Your mama didn't rub your head when you was a kid. You had that little
rounded
head.
You got the Kevin Durant head. You know what I'm saying? With the snot box. You that type of kid, man. You gotta move past from that era, from that stage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Start to just be a man, be a better man. You got a kid too. You gotta walk a better path, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. And
hold on. Let me hit the brakes on this joint. Where my brakes at? Hold on. I thought I had some brakes over here. I ain't got no brakes. Whatever.
I got you, Iceberg. Scarr.
No, I thought I had some brakes over here. I got no brakes. Whatever. Michael Brown said, "Hey, hold up. Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Y'all are shooting Buddy too much bail. It's over. DaBaby was never meant to be in a career-long art. He's never was supposed to be a career-long artist. Dude's a hot for minute artist, rapper. Oh, hold up. Oh, gotta give him the bomb and the kufi.
Yeesh.
Yeah, you need a kufi for that too.
Hey man, y'all agree with Michael? Shout out Michael too, man. Coming in crazy with the bomb right now, man. Crazy.
I mean, I agree with him partially. It's hard to say it was never saying it was never meant to be. That's a tough one. But I mean, I agree for the most part with you though, Michael. I mean, absolutely. But I can't say that his career would just be automatically cut short. I mean, I don't think he's garbage.
Dude has some hits, man, but lately, he got
a couple of bangers. But to your point, now, do I think he has like staying power, like forever? Obviously, no. But I think he can at least fulfill the album deal like a 4-5 album deal, and then his career's done. I can see that, but you know.
But this thing actually saying, you know, this generation cares deeply about how people influence use their platform. She says he positions to make positive contributions. They keep canceling. Are they canceling him, or is he doing crazy stuff to get canceled? Bebo P.
Man, that's a good question.
That's a good question.
Well, I mean, from the outside looking in, it seems like it's the latter. You know, when you make certain comments about a certain community, when you're on video, when you're on,
okay, keep going.
They, you know, just videos and, you know, visuals of, you know, select scuffles that, you know, folks have seen out there. I mean, it's just, it comes off as like it's the latter. It comes off as the latter, meaning it's that behavior, that physical behavior that's leading to the cancellations. But yeah. Wow, man, then said just as ignorant as a young Fifth. I mean, wow.
When you think about it, though, I mean, it's that Fifth came out of that.
He did.
You know, he came out of it.
Hey, man,
Ambrose Lacrosse.
Ambrose was good.
Down, man. Salute. Miss LB is in the building.
There she is. Happy holidays and cheers. Yes.
One club was good, Miss LB, man. She's in there with the lingerie on tonight, man. It was good.
Lingerie.
Happy holidays to the fellas in the chat.
She got the Vicky's Hush Hush.
The Vicky's man. The Angels joint. Remember they used to have them Victoria's Secret Angels before they meet Cootie? You know,
basically.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Michael Brown said he wore a diaper to get up.
He did, though.
Hey.
He did wear that diaper.
I can't even challenge that, Michael. What's 100%?
Damn, Michael coming in to throw a bomb.
I mean, he basically entered it. I mean, I can't even respond to that.
Yeah, man. Brian's saying, man, DaBaby didn't realize most of his fans is from the letter mafia. No real dudes is listening to DaBaby.
Wow. Well, that you can't really hate on that too when you see the concert attendees or lack thereof. So yeah, you can't really. Well, the album sales as of late, but yeah, I think he needs to also go back into whatever he did for the first album that he dropped. That I think can help him at least somewhat or a little bit musically, but you know he's got to cool off from that Trigger Trey. You know, Hannibal Kells type of just
Hannibal Kells,
crazy stuff to get canceled, like Kenna said. Yeah.
He wilding out, man, crazy stuff. Yeah, man. So
yeah.
Again, like I said, man, we salute DaBaby over here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Everybody from North Carolina, man, Charlotte in the building all day, man. You know, we'll see what's going on, but he got to stop wilding out, man. Miss Gibson was saying
he did influence us though when he said, "Get off my table, shout it.
Get up off my table, shout it." You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to DaBaby.
Speaking of DaBaby, man, we had some baby concert sales and they got canceled, but they back, man. The three-headed monster, Cameron spitting in Jadakiss's ear. Let's go. One night only, man. January 28th. Cameron, Mace, Jadakiss, man. Apollo Theater, man. Harlem's in the building. This is gonna be a crazy concert, but you remember Sus Diddy canceled him.
Allegedly.
Is this them getting back on track? You know what I'm saying? Is this them maybe doing one show to show the promoters, hey, we can do it, get busy, it's in our hometown, go crazy. The tickets are right now, they're about $100. I actually looked them up. Is this going to be, do you think it's going to be a dope show? And also, do you think this will catapult them back onto that three-headed monster tour? Jay Camp.
I think it will catapult them back to that three-headed monster tour. And I think they're doing it at a great venue.
Russell was
so
good.
I think this is basically what they needed. You know what I'm saying? This is like a launch pad for them. You know what I'm saying? So once the ticket sales come in and once people get hype off of it, we're going to see that, like 6, 7, 8 city tour get launched. And then that might flip into another 6, 7 city tour. So it's gonna be a good situation, man. I'm excited for this one.
Indeed, man. I mean,
Bebo, you tapping in on this, Bebo?
Oh yeah, indeed. Totally agree. This move actually reminds me of the Madison Square money.
With that auntie.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
the money.
need
some money. They
They
need some of this.
money.
Oh,
You know
man.
they need some money. You know
They need a little break off, something, little
Miss
contributions.
Gibson on that blow and the drink tonight, man. Oh man, go ahead, though, Bebo.
No.
Say Merry Christmas to everyone.
Hey, Merry Christmas,
man,
Russell.
Salute,
Appreciate
Russell,
that. Merry Christmas to
man.
you.
You know how it goes down, man. We gotta give you this little joint, man. Bebo, go in though. They need some money. So
money, but what J Camp said in this situation, it kind of reminds me of the Madison Square Garden concert that Nas has coming up next year in February, the 23rd. I want to say it is. It's a good way to restart what these three in Mace, Cameron, and Jadakiss, the three-headed monster collective. It's a good way for them to attempt to get things back going tour-wise. Of course, in a somewhat different fashion, of course. Plus, the fans get to see the same main names from that epic Verzuz battle last year in 2021. The Locks versus Dipset. One of them being Jada, the other one being Cameron. But obviously in all three being together, and you already know they're going to go through their standout songs from each of their solo albums and maybe
it's gonna be a dope night.
Albums. They're going to perform their GLH collective joint, and if they pull this off well, don't be surprised if you see a three-headed monster album coming soon as well.
You spot on, Bebo, as always. I think this is a dope joint. I think the album could come. Pause. Again, Michael Brown saying, just like me, hey man, if I was in NYC, I'm going to the show. I think this should kick off a nationwide tour, man. These classic hip hop cats, bring Ransom, bring some other cats with you, man. Bring Core Mega, man. Bebo P's little cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Core Mega.
Bebo P little cousin, man. With the Ye goatee joint.
Hey, it's all good.
You don't know about that tour? You don't know about that tour, though, Michael? Man, I think that tour coming, bro.
Yeah, we need that to come to the
IND facts.
Yeah, absolutely, Nightmare. Absolutely.
I need that to come to Tampa too.
For the Nas SMG con. Hey man, that one's gonna be crazy. The one in February. Salute Antoine on that, man. That's real.
Yes.
And happy pre-birthday. You know what I'm saying? Already.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's activated, man. So again, like I said, man, I think this is gonna be a dope joint. I think this is something Sus Diddy can't mess up because it's Harlem, it's Cameron. You know what I'm saying? He's showing love. You know what I'm saying? You know, Diddy wants to put that all up in it in the
DJ Technician powers activate. When your powers combine, I am Captain Sus Diddy.
Sus Diddy. Dog, get in this hot tub. You know what I'm saying? But again, I mean, like I said, it's gonna get heavy, man. What'd you say about him? But he's still a person who can push certain buttons in the industry. Facts, man. I mean, like I said, Sus Diddy, he's still connected.
He really can.
And let's be clear, he's still connected, man.
Yes, he is.
What about the girl wrapping the chicken noodle soup?
Connected with that community too,
man.
Diddy gets away with, facts. He does. He gets away with a lot of stuff in hip hop, man, and receives no criticism because he's connected. Man. Let's be clear.
Connected with all the groups.
They need some money, so hopefully they get back in it, man. So
they need some money.
Well, speaking about somebody who needs some money, this is what y'all came here for tonight, man. Y'all came here for the talk, man. So we got to give y'all that Tory Lanez, Megan the Mule talk, man. You know what's going down, man. Hold on, where's my Megan the Mule joint? It's going down tonight. Let's go ahead and put on the coupe. Let's go ahead and put on the coupe, man. Let's just do it. Hey man, Tory Lanez, man, is allegedly 2020. He Megan in the hoof, you know what I'm saying? 2 years later, man, we go to trial, 12 days, pretty much 12 days or so. Next thing you know, he's guilty, bro. It's a Rizzy, man. He's
on
done
all three counts.
Counts. First of all, it's in Cali, man. Let's be clear, it's in Cali. He can basically get up to
22.
22 years.
Yep. And deported.
And deported back to Canada. Let people forget he's not FBA. This dude is from Canada, so he's basically going back like his daddy's hairline. So,
and
we saw the dad go. We saw the dad go in. You know what I'm saying? First of all, you didn't see it. Hold on, we gonna play it for you real quick. Let's go.
Yes, you who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it.
Let's talk. Let's go in
She
real quick.
obviously got shot in the foot. Somebody did it.
Has anybody noticed that nowadays, when a narrative is put out in the media, they repeat it enough times to where everybody just starts believing it? So here's my question. If she was definitely shot, why didn't they do x-rays? Why did they use sutures? Why did the bullet shards come up missing when it came time for the trial? And how was she in stilettos twerking a few days later? Everything in that trial posed a reasonable doubt, which the burden of proof was on the state to disprove that reasonable doubt, which they did not do. So nobody has anything to apologize for.
Hey man, J Kemp go in, man. This thing, we not. This ain't no Megan Thee Stallion hate train. You know what I'm saying? We just talk facts tonight, just 100% facts. Pull out your Hennessy, get like Miss Gibson, pull out your blow. We gonna have a conversation, man. J Kemp go in.
I mean, like we said the last time we touched on this, once Shorty recanted her story, once people started coming up randomly missing, who was key witnesses, we pretty much knew what time it was, and we didn't even really need a kufi for that, because you already had people out in the media. We said she had a media machine behind her. They was already painting this dude as a misogynist, you know, every evil term for male hatred that you.
Well, and remember he had a gag order for 2 years. He couldn't talk for 2 years, but she could get on Gayle King.
But she could get on Gayle King.
Yeah.
And then told Gayle King that they had no relationship, no prior relationship at all.
And they weren't smashed.
Was capping the whole time. And then she was saying that homie was paying off Shorty.
Mufasa Lanes. Wow.
Stop.
Wow. Wasn't having it. Wow.
I mean, but there was never any real evidence brought to the table. Everything was he said, she said. None of the stories matched that folks was talking. This was obviously a case of jealousy to me. I mean, we've seen this play out many a times at events that we've all been to, with two people fighting over a dude or over a shorty. I mean, that's what was going on, and they was all on whatever they was on. You know, there was a lot of libations that was around at this event. But bottom line is, no real evidence was ever brought to the table. Stories were twisted, turned, recanted, and key players were not to be found, which was so odd to me. And then the witness, who was actually in he was like in his condo, kind of witnessing everything from a bird's eye view. He said he thought he seen a shorty with the toolie. Why did that just get tossed? You know what I'm saying? They refuted that one real quick, but it got tossed. But they kept all that other evidence that Shorty was talking about when she was crying. Almost, I wish she just would have killed me. But she was capping the whole time when she was on Gayle King.
She was.
So she wasn't telling the truth from the beginning. But yet her story was the believable one. No one, and his DNA wasn't on the toolie. They didn't have his DNA on the toast. But yet, again, that's what makes it seem like it was a setup and a frame type of situation. Like I said, this ain't no diss to Megan Thee Stallion. It doesn't have anything to do with that. Like, I'm not a hater of Black women because I feel like this story is BS. That has nothing to do with any of that. When you look at the facts, it is what it is. because there's no evidence. Zero.
Facts. And like I said, shout out to Antoine 1486. Sad day for brothers. This outcome seems it came from either mob rule or masterful manipulation. Facts,
Absolutely.
man.
Right.
Hey, man,
Facts.
salute for the
Big facts.
$5 holler tonight, man. He's the show sponsor. Unless somebody can beat him on the bread. Shout out
Facts.
to Antoine, my man, showing mad love.
We salute you, Antoine, man. 100%, man.
Well, this is the other thing too, man. Jay can't win in and put everything on the table, man. Everything on the table. Bebo. Disagree with anything Jay Camp's saying?
No, not at all. I'd like to tag in from what he so eloquently just, spoke on. I think with all of that information that Jay Camp just shared, and others, and other information, this just goes to show at the end of the day that society will tell you oftentimes as a black man, or just people in general, that you're innocent until proven guilty. But especially as a black man, and when you hear from the prosecutors, or when you know that the prosecutor has it out for you, it's guilty until you can lawfully prove yourself innocent. So
you can't prove that, and you can't prove that hairline, dude. It's a risk.
You can't prove it. And this just goes back to the book of the week I had talked about, I think a couple months ago or so, the 48 Laws of Power.
Facts. Shout out to Robert Greene on that.
Yes, there were inconsistencies, like Jay Camp said.
100 power.
Yes, we're taught to consider reasonable doubt, hearsay, evidence, those things. But the rules are different when you're a black man, and it just goes to show. It just goes to show that at the end of the day, a lot of the things that are being said, while true, doesn't matter when the system has it out for you.
I don't even think this thing. Jay Camp laid out all the facts. You basically reiterated everything he said. I think this actual trial had nothing to do with the facts. I think it was pretty much from the get-go. Meg kind of basically went with the situation happened. We know for a fact, like Tory, she called Tory to come over there. Next thing you know, Tory's over there playing with the bunny. And Bunny's feeling them too. Oh no, I'm mad. So she leaves, comes back, starts some stuff. Kylie kicks her out. You know what I'm saying? And then they get in the whip, and then everything blows up. You know what I'm saying? From there, and of course, like Jay Camp said, the neighbors saw two little baby horses fighting, them little Broncos fighting. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They was fighting.
Oh man!
Tory come out the whip like that little king or prince on Shrek. You know what I'm saying? Coming off that horse.
Wow!
Try to grab the gun and just empty the clip so nobody gets shot.
And you gotta.
And next thing you know, he gets caught up.
Speaking of that, Iceberg, why is it that you have a Thule out in Cali? See, that's the other thing too.
When your bodyguard's supposed to be taking care of that.
Well, that, and you're supposed to be gamed up too.
Shout out to me.
Like there's certain states that you should know you can't take that piece with you at, and for that piece to be there in the vicinity, that's just sloppy. That's just sloppy if you really think about it. So, it's sad to see dire consequences. Wow.
You the worst.
Going in. Meg the bulldog from her bulldog. Wow. Kenneth.
Sean Kelly was stumbling. Yeah.
It was stumbling, man. But this all the I told you so Negroes on social media coming out the woodwork. I told you she was innocent. Now all y'all look real stupid now. I'm like, nobody's looking stupid. It's not about that. It's the principle of all this. Like,
it is.
Name me the evidence then. What evidence was there? It wasn't even a tissue. It wasn't even a bloody. It wasn't even a bloody lace. It wasn't anything. A brassiere.
And I think it was definitely girl code, man. When everything went down, the police came. She wasn't trying to save nobody because of Black Lives Matter, cops shooting black people. It was, hey man, her and old girl was on girl code. They blame homeboy, thinking nothing's gonna happen. But then the DA picks it up, so now you got to roll with the story. So that whole dance, bitch, and all that, like the dance and the gunshot. Come on, man.
Stupid.
Like, I think it's exaggeration. I think this. If you've been watching the trial, and shout out to Lawyers for Workers, Milagro Graham. She's been holding it down, and she got the yams. Can I get to the yams? She got the yams too. So they've been holding it down, man. I've been watching all like for the last 2 weeks, man. It looked like a slam dunk, you know what I'm saying, on the trial, but Jay-Z came in. Oh, Desiree Perez came in. Nah, buddy. We got some CDs to sell from Megan Thee Stallion. She still owe us bread. She can't take this L, bro. The other thing too is she got a boyfriend. Party, right? He's a writer in the industry. Why do you think he didn't come to the trial? Because she's supposed to be a single black woman, powerful and empowered. She can't have no boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? So the whole trial was pretty much set up to kind of be this man versus woman thing, especially black men and versus black women, which is trash. Right. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, when all this jumped off at first, everybody was like, man, Tory's lame. He's whack for shooting her. Bum B came out. A lot of cats came out supporting Meg. You know what I'm saying? So it was never about no dissing her and she's a black woman and we don't like black women. Like, stop all that cap. When she started going on, what's my sound effect for Gayle King? When she went on Gayle King and said she didn't smash Tory and she didn't get them cheeks clapped, you know what I'm saying? And then she goes in the trial and says they were clapped. I got the sound right here. Hold up, what is sounding? I got the claps. You know what I'm saying? The claps on the joints. So lies about that. Then that's when people are just holding her accountable. That's not hate. That's holding her accountable. What do y'all think?
Because it was motive. We start to understand some motive in there.
So, straight claps, man. You know what I'm saying? Party, man. Yeah, it was embarrassed, man. Because she's basically, I didn't smash the cat. And let's be clear. I heard she allegedly smashed the bodyguard too. That's why they leaking his D prints all over the joint. You know what I'm saying? All on Twitter, man. Go in there and look if you trying to get your freak on, Miss LB.
Oh man, they ROBBING, Miss LB.
Oh man, yeah, hey man, you know
it's all man. We got you.
Man. We appreciate you.
We got you.
Hey, I got a possible kufi for y'all. Got a possible kufi.
You want me to play the music now or later?
Here shortly. Possibly.
Go ahead.
So you mentioned you just briefly mentioned the labels, right?
Yeah.
Who is Meg signed to?
Gentrification Jay-Z.
And who was Tory signed to?
I don't know.
Interscope. Here's the thing about that to go along with it. One is signed. The other, it went from signed to independent, which means, well, doesn't mean it, but at the same time, allegedly he has his masters. That's money out of the pockets of the record labels.
Say that one more time, Bebo.
Meg is still signed to Roc Nation. Tory Lanez was signed to Interscope, but is now independent and apparently or allegedly owns his masters, which means that's money taken out of the pockets and the coffers of these record labels in the music industry. Fast forward to this whole situation in the trial. What are your guys' thoughts?
Well, and
just asking the question.
J Kim, go in, J Kim.
Asking the question. Y'all might need a little something brown in here for that one.
You don't even have to really ask that question, because I feel like the proof is all in that pudding, because we've seen that mastermind at work before. Anytime the labels feel like ain't no kickback, they gonna dip their hands in. They gotta get their fingers dirty. They got to step on that OJ glove. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's also a how dare you situation. It could be a how dare you situation. You were on the tit, and now you gonna get your own milk,
right?
You gonna get you gonna step away from the you gonna step away from the bro. You gonna step away?
Hey, Mike knows what time it is. Mike Brown knows what time it is. Put the coof on. You know what I'm saying? Again, his daddy said the same thing.
Of Roc Nation, including you, Jay-Z.
Yes.
You who say you rose from the gutter, but you have traded and bartered the souls of young men, and you're still doing it.
Here's the end piece to that. Well, oh yeah, gotta play the music.
It's a koofy night tonight, y'all. Get the Hennessy.
A lot of koofies.
A lot of koofies on tonight, man.
Even with all of that, the powers that be don't care. They got what they wanted out of this whole deal.
Facts.
However it went, they got what they wanted, and that's the main lesson I think that should be learned here.
The devil's in the detail.
The devil's in the details. Again, regardless of the evidence, regardless of the what was omitted, what was not omitted, what was and what wasn't. At the end of the day, when you're presented with what that prosecutor has on the table or a lack thereof,
it was a lot of lack thereof.
Yeah. You've got some serious thinking to do. You got some serious thinking to do when you're in the position of a Tory Lanez. Let me ask you guys this question. Heck, we can start with Iceberg on this one if you want, brother. Do you feel like Tory Lanez received adequate representation from a legal standpoint?
Oh, 100%. And like I said, shout out to Tayshawn, man, in the building, man. He's seen the BS verdict.
Okay.
I got that 50 Cent little DVD too.
There you go.
Yes. The legal team did everything they were supposed to do. They proved reasonable doubt. That's what you're supposed to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then on top of these kind of cases, you don't put you're the defendant on the stand. You don't do that. So they did everything correct. They did everything they were supposed to do. I think, to me, man, at the end of the day, Dame Dash said it the best. He said, man, everybody know Jay ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, if they lost this case, man, it would look bad for their client. They would have nothing to rally around. With a win, this is a win for women empowerment. Just imagine the stand ovation Megan's going to get at the Grammys this year.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro.
Because she's representing women empowerment, even though everybody who's representing her knows she basically lied to get the win. You know what I'm saying? She came in there with an onion in her pocket. And this is the thing, no diss, man. This ain't no hating nobody, man.
Right.
What it is, man. Came in there, told a different story, said I lied this time about that. I lied this time about that. Her and Kelsey not talking. Kelsey came in and basically took that field. So she basically saved herself. So basically kind of screwed Tory at the same time. And to me, I think that's maybe when you pivoted and you said, hey, maybe we have to put you on the stand now because Shorty took the fifth, because we didn't think she was going to do that. We can't find the bodyguards or the drivers. So, you know what I'm saying? When you're not getting on there, most of those jurors they're going to watch Good Morning America. They're going to see Gail King. They're going to see her basically getting on there with that green dress talking about Tory shot her. So they already came in with that on the brain. It was their job to disprove it, so it didn't come in. It's not about facts. At the end of the day, in my opinion, it was solely about, hey, man, we got to make an example out of this black man.
Central Park 5.
Central Park 5. Sweat.
The Emmett Till
get
situation.
the jury, get in the jury's emotions. I mean,
hey,
Martin 7
is in the building. The AK.
Jay Scanless, what's happening, man?
Tory Lanez could play his whole family in the Nutty Professor. Yeah, man. Like it was a lot. Don't get me wrong, man. It was a lot going on, man. Real talk. It was a lot going on.
Oh yeah.
This has been crazy, man. It's been a crazy week, man. I'm actually ridiculing the 10-foot Koofy crowd. I don't believe this shit is nearly that deep. Tory's a mediocre artist, not some revolutionary leader in the industry.
Oh,
Fact.
yeah,
He's
absolutely.
definitely not.
I agree with
Absolutely.
that. 100%.
Yeah, no.
Right,
I mean, Tory got his own issues as far as like, he's not the sharpest knife in the drawer.
This is
So
how he got
we
he
would-
got into this situation doing dumb stuff.
Exactly. We would never cap for him
No.
to make him look like Malcolm X, because he's
Oh,
far
no.
from anything like that. We
No,
know he's not
absolutely.
the brightest bulb out there, period. This is more so talking about what's right versus wrong. That's all this is. This is a battle of right versus wrong, good versus evil to me when it comes to this situation.
Well, and to me, this whole thing is about division, man. It's almost like the OJ trial, man. Like, it just caused division. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody's team Tory or team Meg. Nobody looking. There's only a few people who actually look at the facts of the joint. We just want to move on with the situation. Let's move on with lives. But at the end of the day, man, somebody's losing time on this planet, man, in a jail cell now because somebody's trying to hold down a narrative and prove a point. But again, this goes down to selling
100%.
Nike, Popeyes, and Doritos and hot Cheetos and stuff like that, man. At the end of the day, man, like, Tory got caught in the system. So my question to you guys and the chat is, what can you learn from what Tory did wrong? So it's not no Megan hate. We not blaming Meg. Meg's gonna get what she's gonna get, man. There's a higher power that's gonna deal with Meg the Mule. The question is, what can you learn from this, man? Because everybody's got sons, everybody got daughters, man. So what if, take Tory and them out of it? What if your son or daughter was in this situation? And then how would you look at it then? So let's take the celebrity out of it. Because again, this happens all the time. It's just not on this platform and it's not as big. So Jay Kent, what's your thoughts, man? Because like I said, you the father on the panel.
Well, I think Bebo P really said a lot of it for us when he's talking about stuff like, why would you have a Thule in that situation, in that place?
Yeah.
So it's all about moving properly, having the right folks in place. I mean, because so many people skedaddled when it hit the fan. You know what I'm saying? If you really hanging around some real individuals, man, some people who have genuine love for you, they're not gonna bounce. They're not gonna throw the ninja smoke down and be gone. Like, people threw down ninja smoke on tour.
Yeah.
And that's a sad situation, really. This man was basically a loner. He was by himself. So either he was that grimy of a dude to where people like, it is what it is, homie, or he just literally didn't have people that cared for him in that situation. And it's sad, man, because again, you know what I'm saying, your people can really be there for you in these times, man. And that dude went through all this by himself. Like I said, not saying again, I'm not taking up for him. I'm not saying that he's the son of Jesus. None of that. It's just more so that, had he had the proper individuals around him, I think a lot of this would have been avoided. First of all, your homie ain't gonna let you be in no situation like your real homie's not gonna let you be in no situation like that anyway.
Facts.
To be hemmed up between, two individuals when you not in your right mind to begin with.
Miss LB saying, she said, what I find crazy is people out here saying that people owe Meg an apology, like this conviction proves something. We live in a country where innocent people get convicted every day. B
Exactly.
Correct.
That's
So,
why I
crazy.
said I'm tired of the I told you so people. Like, you don't make anything better in this whole situation. Like, I don't need you to tell me anything. Like, I don't feel guilty for feeling the way I felt about the trial.
Facts, yeah.
Right.
But you can have an opinion without feeling guilty. Like, people are like, oh, you got an opinion. Like, nah, man. Like, everybody
I don't feel guilty at all. People need to apologize. No, nobody need to apologize.
Not at all.
And well, like I said, the prosecutor chose the jury, so it was more women than men, of course, and you know how that goes. But again, like I said, if you were watching on Friday, the jury had put out a letter, then they recanted it, and they want to see like some transcripts from the actual Sean Kelly cat. You know what I'm saying? So the witness. So then it changed on Saturday. So, and everybody was surprised because most people who watch it, man, this is a slam dunk. This is 20 points in the fourth quarter. We good. and then somebody comes to, man, it just goes crazy on some threes, man.
Clay
So
Thompson just come through.
that Clay
with
well,
game 6.
the wetness.
That just goes to show to be careful where you receive your information, because just because somebody maybe on a particular platform or a particular channel is saying, yo, yeah, this is a shoe-in, clearly it's not in Tory's case. So DJ Scarlett, yep.
So hold up. So Scandalous is saying something right here. He's saying waiting to see Megan and her team basically go after DJ Academics now. So if you don't know, Meg already tried to get one of the reporters that was in the trial, tried to get her Twitter account blocked, Milagro Grams, with the she got the cakes and the, you know what I'm saying, how you doing? So long story short, now they saying they're going after bloggers who basically were telling the truth or were just reporting what was going on in the trial on social media platforms. That's stuff that they can't control. Again, most of these 1% little corporations are used to controlling the narrative, especially in the 90s, early 2000s when we were coming up. Now they can't do it because of social media. What's y'all thoughts on this? Like basically where Roc Nation saying we're going to sue these people for actually reporting of what went on.
I think you said it best, man. It's over the last several years, the status quo has gradually been losing the narrative on certain talking points, on certain topics, what have you.
Yep.
And now that independent media has really just gained grassroots yet viral footing on like viral topics, once again, you're able to reach not in any people. Content creators are understanding that you don't have to have the majority. You just need a critical mass of people, and that can cause a significant influence. Obviously, they don't like that, you know, the powers that be, and that Milagro, female, after the verdict was read during her live on social media, she was looking around while in the car because she knew the deal. So it just goes to show that you're spot on, Iceberg, about all of this. The powers that be do not like the, platforms like ours, platforms like, many others that report on what's really going on out here, because it doesn't fit the narrative.
It doesn't fit the narrative, man. You said it so well, Bebo P. I mean, there's really nothing else I can really say behind that, man. We've seen this happen, for the past 4 or 5 years, where the narrative has got painted so much, and when people combat that, then they're looked at as the the evil witness, and that's not the case at all, man. We just want the truth. So we just truth seekers. That's all we want.
Yeah.
We want the truth to prevail, regardless of which party it is. I could care less if it's him or her. We just want the truth to prevail.
Man, salute Locksmith Jeremy, man, with the third leg was good. He said some sad
Merry
shit.
Christmas to you too, brother.
It is.
To you too, man.
And to tag off of what J Camp said, it reminds me what Iceberg told me last night. Stuck with me, man. He said people don't care about the truth; they care about the outcome.
Facts.
A lot of people don't care about the truth; they care about the outcome.
I told you so. People, they want their outcome that they have been praying for, or whatever type of, however they feel their philosophy. If they're in one direction, one side of the aisle, the other side of the aisle, they want that to be right so bad.
Right.
That I told you so. No, like this is not a good outcome for anybody. Like this is weak.
A black man is about to potentially face some serious time. That's nothing to laugh at. There's nothing to celebrate, regardless of what side of this situation that you're on, man. And it's important to really just get to be the right person within yourself first, as the man or woman in the mirror, in this case, the black man. And then, like J Camp was saying, you got to be around the right people. The further you go up the ladder of success, the more you have to disassociate yourself from certain people and still show love. It hurts to feel, and it hurts to them, but it just is what it is, because before you know it, if you continue to pull over to their side, then they're going to want you to capitulate to their energy and their spirit, and that's not how it's supposed to go when it comes to excellence versus, you know, living an opposite lifestyle. And in the case of Tory Lanez, let's look at it. And a couple examples. DaBaby, obviously, him and Meg did something, and DaBaby was pretty, or they went their own ways. Same thing with Ben Simmons. They dealt with each other, went their own ways immediately after. If you're gonna have your fun, at most, okay, whatever. But with Tory, he's stuck in the situation, and he clearly shouldn't have. And now we have the result of guilty, guilty, and guilty. And this is a cautionary tale that should be avoided whenever you decide to go out there and have fun and enjoy some level of success.
Well, this is the question I got for you guys, man. Power 600 kind of just did the let's be clear joint for me. I was going to talk about both of their careers. We know Megan, then we know they're going to push Megan 2023. She's going to be the number one, you know, female Lizzo kind of joint, man, out there. They're going to give her some smash joint, some party record, hot girls, you know, in court or something like that. And they're going to like basically catapult her career. What do you guys think about Tory Lanez? Because let's be clear, Tory Lanez has had a number one album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Independently, man, that went crazy. He actually did that prom joint that was crazy. Then he came out with another one. We know that even if he appeals, he's going to get deported. So where do you see both of their careers going in you guys' opinion? And can Tory ever come back? Almost like they said Bobby Smurda was gone. And now we know he's a king of twerking and bull. He ain't had no hit. But he came out to a lot of fanfare. Can Tory do that same thing?
No, I agree with Power.
The chat, do y'all think this too? Let me know in the chat. Can both of them? Can Tory come back? But go in, J. Kemp.
No, I mean I definitely agree with Power. I mean I think it's a dunzo. I mean I think both their careers is gonna be shot. Like this whole situation didn't make Meg look good. Now she got her super hardcore supporters out there, but for people who were on the fence about her, she lost all those people. Like I don't see how she's going to recover from this situation. That's why I said this was not a good outcome for anybody. So she wasn't like exonerated, like, you know what I'm saying? Like she was not on trial to go to jail. So if anything else, how she really is in real life was put on blast. And that's what's gonna make her look bad, because she tries so hard to paint her own narrative, that whole hot girl stuff, that IEDEP, you know, that whole independent thing. You know what I'm saying? To me, all that is fart on that. It's out the window. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I agree with Howard, what he was saying.
I think as far as Tory, not only is his career likely over with, well, it's contingent upon whatever he's sentenced with. Let me say that first.
Bebo is over.
If it, depending on his sentence, if he gets a significant sentence handed down here next month or so, it could be a wrap. It could be a wrap.
They
sadly,
tried too hard to paint the narrative. They tried so hard for well over a year paint the narrative about him.
So let me ask y'all this before you go back in, Bebo. Number, give me a number. Give me that Larry June number. Out of 22 years, do you think he's gonna get that 5-piece? He gonna get a 3-piece, 10-piece? What he gonna get?
I'd say, if I were to be a guessing person, maybe 5 to 10. But I mean, that's just if I'm forced to guesstimate. I'd say maybe 5 to 10, maybe.
I'm in the same boat as Bebo P, man. I mean, I would go with the 5 to 10. Yeah, man. Like,
damn.
Possibly. Yeah.
I mean,
I agree. I agree.
It don't look good for dude, man. I mean,
Nightmare saying 3 to 6. Miss Gizman saying 7.
Yeah, I can rock with those.
Matt,
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Minimum. I think he's like
5 minimum. Okay,
I
thought
minimum.
He was okay, 5 minimum. My bad.
Hold up, man. Mama is in the building tonight, man. Mama Bear's in here. Merry Christmas, man.
Merry Christmas, Mama.
Mama, what's going on? Oh, and of course, man, Karma's in the building.
Hey,
Feliz
Carmen.
Navidad. Hey, man, we need some of them
go.
empanadas in joint. You know what I'm saying, with the meat and
Feliz
cheese. You know what I'm saying.
Buena.
We need all that, man. Shout out to
Yeah.
Miss Carmen in the building, holding it down, man. She
Hold
said
it
I
down.
it'll be a 5-piece. Man, in probation, man.
Yeah.
God.
I think as far as Meg,
She's saying a 5-piece and the ankle joint.
man.
Yeah,
oh
man.
yeah.
You can't go swimming in boo.
Man. Sheesh.
Go back in, B-Bo.
Now I was gonna say, as far as Meg is concerned, this is gonna be kind of like a kind of a bit Brittany Griner situation where the media is going to prop her up. Like you were saying, Iceberg, they're gonna have her at the Grammys, all whatever, put out there in a certain way, but behind the scenes, like Brittany Griner, and I say Brittany Griner because behind the scenes, nobody showed up to her welcome back situation at a church.
Oh, you gonna go there? You gonna go there?
I'm not knocking the situation straight up. I'm just saying it's going to be a similar situation where you're going to prop Meg out there, but behind the scenes, industry cats, artists are going to be even more leery of her now than they probably were then, is what I'm trying to say. That's just, at least, from a grassroots, maybe even on an industry level. We'll just have to see, but there's going to be more side eyes. I think there's going to be more reluctance to deal with her. And if they do, it's a, hey, send me the track. Like, let's not meet up. I don't know. Something to that nature, at least just from my perspective. But hey.
I mean, like I said, man, it's bad. She sold her soul and lied for the lump.
Hey, she's beholden. She's beholden now more so than before after this verdict. So,
well, and this is the thing, man. Like I said, we can't go back in time. The crazy thing, we still don't know what happened. Nobody still knows what happened. Like, we know
it didn't even matter.
Kelsey capped. We know Meg went in there lying, looked like the Joker in Bull, with that purple suit on. And then Tory never hit the stand. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we still don't know what really happened. So for this dude to basically get a 10-piece, 5-piece or better for some stuff that you don't even know what still happened, man, it's crazy. And again, if he was in Florida, Texas, he basically be out of there. Let's be clear. Being in California, man, made it worse, is basically what I'm saying.
I don't know about that one, man. I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying it may have been worse. But again, and I understand where you're coming from. Hey, it's Megan, it's the Roc Nation piece. There's the woman empowerment. Like, he's already gone. But again, like I said, I don't think the DA picks it up. You know what I'm saying? I think they just keep it moving. But since the DA picked it up, now we got to roll with it. You know what I'm saying?
Remember I think she was a wife that was fending off her husband in self-defense in Florida. You know what I'm saying? And she got, what, 20? So,
but hold on, let's be clear. The guy in California that murked the puppy,
George Zimmerman,
he got 20 piece. You know what I'm saying? He got it. So California is just like off the chain with it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna get hit.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying that he wouldn't have got hit, but it would have been different, man. Exactly 3 different stories. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we still don't know what's going on. Michael Brown saying industry folks like Nicki and Akon worked with 6ix9ine after he told on a whole Giddang. God dang. These artists have 0 principles. They'll work with Meg for the bag.
Yeah, select ones, but
Yeah.
We stopped getting else. Go ahead, bro.
We know Drake probably ain't gonna work with her.
Well, a lot of people stopped following her on IG. Rihanna, Drake, a lot of cast, man, said nah, we're not messing with her. So again, we'll see how it goes. But I think it goes back into they can make a little thotty yaddy yaddy record for it, and they just want to sell makeup, potato chips to basically like the gorilla type chicks. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no body. So again, man, like
more tats than cakes. Stop.
They call them knives.
And she
ain't a knife. This is a knife.
And she want that Krispy Kreme on the food before she eats it.
Stop.
Stop it.
Stop. Stop.
She want Krispy Kreme on her food. But she want her dude to put the cream on it. Stop the cap. So Miss LB said, so twerking right after no DNA, bodyguard missing, but magically appears after court is closed. Kelsey gets immunity and pleads the field. 2 people with gun residue. The case has so many holes. Again, let me get it. I don't think it's about facts. It's about basically using this dude as an example that you can't mess with the gynocracy.
There you go.
And then these masculine dudes need to go sit down somewhere. You can't go around and just try to smash everybody in the industry and then smash 2 best friends. But let's be clear, it started with them fighting over y'all smashing the same dude. It's wrong on his side, but there's no accountability on the other side. And that's basically what we've been talking about. Speaking on some strip club joints, yeah.
Believe them all, though, Iceberg. Believe them all, remember?
Yeah, Gorilla wilding for that comment. Yeah, she want that Slurpee on that boo. Y'all see Skinbone friend. Yeah, that Gorilla assistant. That was funny, man. Shout out to Skinbone and Shot Town, man.
Yeah, she said she want that all in her meal.
Yeah, she did. Man. But long story short, man, before we talking about Tory and them, salute to Tory, man. Sad man for Christmas, man. He goes to jail for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Megan basically still not going to be held accountable, at least on this earth. There is the whole Kofi aspect of it, but again, these are real people involved, and again, this can happen to somebody that you know. So again, always try to school family members on what Jay Kent was saying and Bebo was saying, staying in the right lanes, get them from the wrong people. I mean, just understanding, man, that your life can change. Literally, if he didn't get in that car, he could have been smashing Snow Bunny cheeks. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
But instead, he gets in the car, and now your career's gone. And this dude, like I said,
and his life.
Tory Lanez is not my flavor, but he makes good music. I know a lot of women that love Tory Lanez. You know what I'm saying? So he's not even that kind of dude. But again, we'll see what goes down and kind of go from there, man. Final words on this joint, man. What y'all thinking, man? And everybody in the chat, man, what's your final words on this, man?
Look, man, I mean, I guess, pray for both of these individuals, man, and just hope for the best for both of them. There was a lot of mistakes that was obviously made. Yeah. Like you said, Iceberg, unfortunately, a man is just going to be away from his family. You know what I'm saying? For a while. Again, not saying he's a perfect man, not saying he's the best man, not saying he's a God-fearing man. I'm just saying that somebody going to be away from their family because of stories that have a bunch of holes in it. And his career was put in the hands of the court system, which obviously there was some shenanigans that was in play all day. But, just going to pray for both these individuals, man, and hope that the best possible outcome. We're hoping for both their lives and careers, man. But this is some BS, though. You just gotta call a spade on this one, man. This is some straight foolery.
Hey, man, our guy Brandon's in the building, man. He's saying, man, Megan on that demon time, man.
Straight demon time.
Brandon in the building, man, with the suit on, too, clean, man. Bebo, what's your final thoughts on this, man?
Get gamed up and stay gamed up. Once you do get gamed up, I say that because I don't think Tory knew what he was up against in a dynamic such as this. Canadian law and customs aren't necessarily America's, and in this case, California. From a legal aspect, Tory also didn't have he possibly didn't have, in my opinion, that powerhouse legal defense team to really at least soften the blow here as much as possible. But, there's that. So it just goes to show that if you, it all starts with you as the person. you got to hold yourself accountable whenever you're put into a situation of this nature, because if he had not been around Kelsey and Meg, he would still be a free man today. And you got to watch your circle. Like Michael Brown's site is saying, you got to keep a very tight circle.
Very tight.
Tory's always had a thing for, toxicity,
Yeah,
Thaddeus
you
and
gotta
all
know
that.
you gotta know your audience, man.
You do,
got to
and
know
he
your
should have.
audience.
If you're gonna mess with women, you should be associated with at least a better quality of them, so to speak, from a personality and spiritual standpoint. Because birds of a feather, you already know the rest. And black men of good quality have a lot to lose. And people in your circle that don't have your best interest for you, you need to deviate from them. So
We all know
there's that.
Kardashians always be on demon time. They stay on demon time all day.
Absolutely.
Like they wake up, they watch us.
That might be the biggest jewel tonight, man. Besides, what Michael just said, the other side of it, man, stay away from Kardashian and the Kardashian-like women who will basically be on some succubus type bull. You know what I'm saying? So, just watch out for that joint. And like I said, let's stay tuned, man. We're gonna talk about some albums real quick and maybe get back into it here in a minute. But we got to talk about, man, that being the butcher joint real quick, man. Before we go in, we got to talk about some music real quick, and then at the end of the day, man, what was your thoughts, man, on this Benny the Butcher joint, man? It just came out, man. The Saint Maurice, man, came out with a visual on this joint too. What was y'all thoughts, man, on this record, man, real quick, before we go back in on some Tory and Meg's joint?
I thought it was a solid joint, man. The beginning visuals, I'm sure a lot of cats is gonna be digging
the bum bums.
Digging the beginning of it, man. But as always, man, these dudes laced the bars up. You know what I'm saying? Just no games played. Just went straight in. Really wasn't even a hook on the joint.
Right.
Just straight back to back barring it up, man. But salute to BSF. Them cats are still handling business. So big up to them, man.
Oh yeah. I
mean, how was you feeling this St. Maurice, man? Being the Butcher, man, El Camino, just the whole Black Soprano family, man, just cooking on this joint.
I thought El Camino and Heem had the best verses on there, though. I will say that, personally speaking.
Oh yeah. Same deal. Benny, as always, dope as usual. I even like what do you say? It takes two type of leaders. You could either be Bush or Bill and only see half the picture, like Bush with Bill. I said, yeah. So he still got it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, bar game still there. The next cat, who was it? Rick or El Camino, I think, was next. He was just basically, letting folks know that he needs half an M. And he also said that Buffalo's the topic whereas before nobody cared, and he was so right about that. And just being in the trenches and such, getting his stripes, working, doing his thing.
Yeah.
Rick Hyde, talking about being behind the scenes with the activities and seeing big accomplishments. To us, big accomplishments being actually small time or smaller time for them. And then he had a nice line too, where he's like shorty like Maxwell. He passing pretty wings, dumping off Max shells and handing out chicken wings. So I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Brandon's saying it though too, man. Brandon's saying, man, like Benny's keeping the South, basically all the coast, man, right? Like, and I would even say just Griselda in general.
He is.
Like, you don't see a lot of South cats. I think that's what Brandon's saying on the other joint. He said most up north rappers don't get played down where he at. But Benny and them dudes keep on holding it down.
Man, I mean, and to Brandon's point, it's just hard to deny it, man. You know what I'm saying? When dudes is coming there hard, because we ain't really just groups of people. We haven't really heard Cash just spit like this really since LOX. Like, just on that level where all dudes is like on the same wavelength, you know what
street
I'm saying?
Lyricists,
just street lyricists that's cut from the same cloth, and there's no drop off. That's the thing, because usually we'll see like a group like with no disrespect to Dipset, but Jim Jones don't hold a candle to Cam and them. You know what I'm saying? But you can go from all these dudes is nice, man, and then you got cats like him.
I think he was better. He had the best wordplay, I think, on the song.
He had the best wordplay on the song, and he continues to get better and better.
He does
as he gets more shine. So that's the difference between what Griselda and Benny and them are doing versus like what some of these with Dipset, because they was too inconsistent. These dudes
are dropping records, albums.
Yep, they're keeping it going. They're staying consistent.
Hey man, salute to Westside Gun over there, just architecting, man. Like,
yeah, man, he got a
great run, man. This dude is Pat Riley with the R's, man.
He got an eye for talent, man. You know, he's Joe Lacob with the Warriors. Just got an eye for talent.
Dion saying Benny putting it down, motivate him to switch it up and not Cam regardless.
There you go.
Just came home. Yeah, facts.
There you go.
Yeah. Shout out to coming home too, man.
Yeah, just coming home, man. Shout out to you, Dion.
Yeah, for real, man.
Welcome back, bro.
Man.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, man.
Come straight out working, man.
Yeah, for sure. Welcome back, bro.
Griselda stay dropping, man. Facts, man. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like I said, man, the record's dope, man. You definitely got to check it out, man. Again, we talking hip hop Christmas Eve. If you in the chat, man, you love what you're hearing. We're gonna get back to some Tory talk, some Meg talk, but we gotta talk some albums. Hit that like, hit the subscribe, man. If you like what Bebo P and J Camp are doing, man, hit that Cash App. Show them the cash, Bebo.
The cash,
show them all the money.
This is it. What?
But we got to talk about an album that a lot of cats probably slept on because of why. Pull out the money, Bebo.
Oh, we got to get the money out again. Yeah.
Hey, this thing, we the only hip hop platform that's talking about this Ghostface record, man. Let's stop playing games, man. Killer Christmas. Now, this thing, it might not, hip hop Christmas records may not be your flavor, but let's be clear. This dude's independent. He's supporting himself. He got his own website, man. He's doing his thing. Yep. Why, if you a hip hop cat, why are you not supporting cats like this? You know what I'm saying? Let's be clear. Man. We did it. We copped the 50 piece, man, for y'all, man. 5 records, man. J Camp basically, set it off, man. Records. 6 records. Set it off, man. We put in, man. Copped it. No other platforms talking about this. Shout out to Ghostface. Killah, get on the platform with us. J Camp started off, man. What's your thoughts, man, on this Killer Christmas?
Bars. I mean, it's this classic Ghost. Like, he just reminds you his swag is different. His wordplay is different. His presence on the mic, different. Everything he do. It's still so many cats trying to mimic Ghost.
Right.
Still a bunch of cats out here trying to mimic the way Ghost and Ray do it.
Right.
Again, like we talk about dudes who be birthing MCs. A Ghost is another dude who's birthed a lot of MCs because you can't deny what Ghost is doing. Like his passion, his passion. Yeah, his passion bleeds through the mic. Like it bleeds through it.
Yeah.
You know, that hit your chick with one hit of the hookah. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody is doing stuff like that, man. You know, like we had to bless your vegetable. I mean, just the wordplay, but like Iceberg said, like six joints, all hitting heavy. You know, it's not your traditional Christmas albums, you know, at all. So don't think you about to hear some
that mistletoe.
Yeah, you're not about to hear that Boys and Men Christmas album, man. This is a straight street Christmas album. It's dope,
said, "Is it dope, man?" He's saying, "Is it dope?"
It's dope, man. I mean, it gets my stamp. I mean, all day long. I mean, once you start hearing the flow, the bars on there, man, you just realize like Ghost is still well oiled. He's still a general. He's still
Miss LB going hard saying I ain't paying that 50 piece, man.
She said she still ain't paying that.
Look, Miss LB, it's hard to pay a 50 piece for anybody's work.
Especially you got kids and bills and bull.
I get it. I mean, a 50 piece is heavy, man. But you know, I mean, me and Bebo been fans of Wu, you know what I'm saying, since kids, man. It's had to support it, man. And some of the stuff that I heard, you know, before it even dropped, I was like, yeah, I'm about to be on this. I'm about to cop it. Bebo, I'll let you go in. As far as like what you think, you know, like what your favorite joint was and all that type of stuff. I mean, Chirp is definitely one of my favorite joints on there.
Okay.
What's another one of my favorite joints on there? Probably Chirp. Murder Christmas just has some crazy bars on there, but Chirp. I mean, man, Ghost he delivered on that one, man.
Yeah,
you know, when he was talking about I'm a star, this is just a prequel. Get busy nighttime for no reason. I would sleep you. This stuffy head fever, weak leeches, sea creatures, you DNA connected, shores of 6 beaches. Yeah, it went down.
Ghost Dini, man. Ghost Dini. The title of the album is called Killah Christmas. It's called
Killah Christmas. It's only got 6 joints on there, but you know, it's this classic Ghostface. I mean, if you like Ghostface, like you won't be disappointed. You know what I'm saying, with this joint at all.
Well, and Bebo, explain to Matt in the chat, man, and everybody watching on the replay what you got for the 300, but what was some of the options you could do with some of the merch and some of the stuff that he was offering?
Oh, like the bundles.
Yeah. Well, you know, there's different bundles. I don't have it right in front of me, but basically you can just get the digital version of this album for a price point. You can get the vinyl along with some other amenities. You can I think the highest price point gives you the opportunity to receive a little bit of everything or a lot, along with the actual brief phone call with Ghostface. Right. So
that was part of the $800.
Yeah. And the thing is, you know, Iceberg was the one that let me know, because I mentioned the fact that it'd be nice if they had apparel, but if not, that was cool too. But then Iceberg noticed that they did add apparel on there. So there's that, you know, and that was from, you know, when we last talked about it this past Saturday. So yeah, you know, I'll let you do your own due diligence. At least a few of those options are actually sold out. So there's support for this album. I will say that the album is it's a bit different than your standard Ghostface Killah album. There were some songs that were tried and true to Ghostface sound, you know, like Stand Out, that featured Raekwon. That took me back to the Daytona 500 because they used the same sample.
The storytelling on there too.
Yeah, just them doing
bananas.
Classic storytelling and
classic storytelling.
Songs Figured Out and CL30 also gave us more of a return to form of a Ghost. But then the other songs, Holiday Scheming, mostly had Nizzleman rapping fast about him being the Grinch while rapping the hook about, you know, being bad, rich, and tapping that broad, and Ghostface rapping after, you know, Mizzle doing that, you know, essentially talking about pulling the jokes on Santa, from what I gather, in Christmas, and how it sounds, and him even rapping fast. You know what I'm saying? He even rap fast for the first time, or at least gave a go at it.
Well, on the
parts of it on the second verse.
On the Holiday Man, because I was actually impressed with Ghost, like flipping it up like that. I didn't think Ghost had it in it.
Yeah,
so I was shocked.
Yeah.
You can tell Miss LB cut coupons. So basically, saying it's $8 a song. Let me get one song. I'm so in. I'm so ready, man. Give me one song. One rib.
Can I sample it and pay for my? Can you remember Apple used to do that? Where you can pay $4.99 for like.
Let me get one rib.
Right. That Chris Rock from In Living Color.
Hey, let's be clear though. Chris Brown was basically charging $1,000 for a picture. You know what I'm saying? So $850 for a phone call.
Remember too, Nip was charging $1,000 for that mailbox money.
Yeah.
I mean, Nip charged $1,000 for that mailbox.
And Nip wasn't as big as what he was in Paul's. You know what I'm saying?
And he sold 10,000 of them. He sold 10,000 copies.
It just goes to show that innovation is very important in this time of hip hop and music. Going back to what you said about Murder, Merry Christmas, bro. That kind of reminded me, before I forget, of it kind of reminded me of the Sonics, like 12 Reasons to DIE and the 36 Seasons, you know, because it kind of gave you that dark and eerie sound, and that about you know, which basically also gives you that grimy version of Christmas.
Right.
His first two
And
bars
talking
on
about
that,
a dude
first two
being
bars
robbed.
said, his first two bars on there said, machine gun rap, the fiends on smack, codeine flooded on the tracks. I can lean on that. I said,
That,
yeah, but
be clear too, man. At the end of the day, man, I see a lot of cats doing something like this, man, as far as getting extra bread. And let's be clear, this morning when we was on the horn talking to Bebo, he sold out.
The season, Gremlins in the
He sold
evening.
out. So
it
was somebody who wanted to buy them joints, man. So he sold out all the stuff, man. So,
he's selling. A shout out to Ghost.
remember
I will say,
came from the ghetto.
Yeah, still flame. Yeah. I will say this though, his voice sounded a little bit frayed, and maybe it was because of that NY State of Mind tour that he just came off of. I don't know. I don't know when he recorded it, but it sounded a tad bit frayed. But it still worked. It still worked.
It was a little dry, and maybe it was more because it was supposed to be more basement-ish.
That could be it too.
That Lupe Zion swag.
Yeah.
That Black Star, no fear of time as well. Good points.
Yeah. It was a little more drier on the vocal.
He cashed out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I have to see how much. The vinyl was I don't know. You gotta go to the website.
That's what I want to cop. I want to cop the vinyl. Is really what I want to cop.
I'll put the link in
but it's different. It's a little different. You getting about half of the standard Ghost, and another half is kind of being experimented. So it might not be as cohesive as what you're normally accustomed to, but it still works. You know what I'm saying? It still works. And
Michael said
he's a good appetizer from Ghost.
You know what I mean?
Good point. And I think, like he was saying, Bebo P, with him like experimenting with the flow. On their very first joint and rapping fast. Like I was shocked of how well it worked and the type of crazy stuff he was saying on there, just the insane bars that he was coming with and rapping fast. I'm like, wait a minute, Ghost got this in him? Like, to me, it shows Ghost can still he can play with these young dudes. Pause. You know what I'm saying? He's still a problem. So
still speaking of problems. We gotta talk about Sheek Louch.
Yes, sir.
Lots member all day, Yonkers, man. And be clear. Let's be clear, Brandon.
D Block.
We gonna get down south too. Pause. We got another album for the down south cats. Sheek Louch, man, dropped the Beast Mode 5. Now you can come with the deluxe edition, 5 records. What was y'all thoughts on this project, man? Because let's be clear, the album was nuts, man. It didn't get a lot of attention. We talked about it on this platform. If you haven't added it to your playlist, add that Sheek Louch Beast Mode 5 album. But now we talking about the deluxe edition, which is some cuts, man. Jay Kent, what you thinking on this joint?
Yeah, this sound like the cuts that didn't make the original, but still very good tracks though.
Right.
And Sheek is still in his bag on this one too. Definitely enjoyed it. Like I said, 5-hitter quitter on this one. Not a lot of joints at all. But like I said, definitely all solid. Sheek still, like I said, still in the bag, real heavy. Man, it's definitely worth the cop. If you enjoyed the Beast Mode 5 album, then you will enjoy this EP just as much, because like I said, it's like an extension. It's like the Lost Tapes version of the album, really.
And it's that nickel bag once you got the pound, you know what I'm saying?
Facts. You know.
You're right, man. It's a dope project, or rather extension from the original Beast Mode 5. And even with them possibly being leftover tracks from the original sessions, they still go heavy. I mean, every song, all 5 songs goes heavy. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's dope. I mean, and you could tell like the growth in Sheek Louch the more you hear him.
Man,
I mean, he's talking about
flawless on there.
Man, his hooks are dope, man.
Let's be clear. Remember, he did the "Get at Me, Dog" hook. Everybody forgot.
Yeah,
for DMX. Yep.
Because if you know, Sheek used to be not Sheek. Styles P was like the supreme hook dude.
That voice,
but I feel like Sheek has kind of picked up that mantle though, and he's kind of running with it because his hooks, man, have been straight flawless.
Yeah,
and his voice has been punching. His voice has been punching through that speaker too.
They have,
So,
and the song qualities have significantly improved over the years.
significantly
And I mean,
improved.
he's always had dope stuff. It's just they've improved, and that's what it's supposed to be about. You can even tell the level of growth of him as not only just an artist, but as a man. Like, and you could tell that by saying, or by when he says certain things, saying like, I think it was on that first track, that G word, D word, right, where he, what was it? Like, stay away from broke folks because since they complain a whole bunch or something like that. He mentioned something about life insurance. He said something about what are you doing without life insurance by, like, I think he said 30 or 40. Yeah, I mean, so many things that showcase him keeping it street while still, showcasing mature manhood and just growth as a black man in general. He'd even talked about equity in real estate on this album. And for the first time, he had rapped with Consequence on the last track. I said, my goodness. First off, he let Consequence go in. Second of all, of course, Sheek Louch did his thing, and it just fits so well. And it just
fits well.
Yeah. So this is
when I seen Consequence on there, I was
this
like,
is dope.
Consequence about to body this.
Oh, and he did.
He ain't let me shine. I'm a shine, boy.
Oh yeah, barbershop talk. The therapy
can y'all address what Michael Brown said down here? He's saying the Beast Mode series is underrated.
I agree with it.
The Sheek solo catalog is better than Jada.
I agree. Styles P too, though.
The best.
Jada is a supreme lyricist. But I've always felt that his solo stuff is not his best work. I've always felt like Styles P made better like albums
of the three. Of the three Locks members. Yeah, Styles was better.
And I agree.
Solo
that Sheek has better solo work too than Jada. It's not a knock on Jada at all.
Yeah,
right.
Shout out Jada, man.
Oh yeah.
Sonically, I just enjoy their solo work better than Jada's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right, man. And
Jada experiments a lot too.
Nightmare saying Styles,
he's
man,
very experimental.
Above all,
Styles stuff, man. Even his collab albums, like with Talib and Havoc, all those albums are problems too.
And with Styles soon to kind of come down significantly from music, due to personal health concerns that he alluded to. It's dope to also see the growth in Sheek to kind of help I won't say take the mantle, because Styles is always still going to be around and still be Styles, and Sheek in the same vein, but it's still dope to see Sheek and even Jada, of course. You know what I'm saying? It's dope to see them say to themselves, hey, it's still go time. I got to represent for my people, my brothers, and so forth. So it's shout out to D Block, man. And I'm looking forward to something from Sheek in 2023 as well, whether that's another Beast Mode, whether that's another Gorilla Ween, or if it's just a straight up studio LP that's needed. Antoine 1486 said the Ghostface vinyls are sold out and they were selling for $350. $350. It just goes to show his core fan base supports him.
Like
hey man, one of those people was Miss LB. She caught one. She ain't saying.
Like I said, once I seen people buying that mailbox money for a rack a piece, and this is back in what, like 2011, 2012ish. They was mailbox money sold out in one day. No, I think it was 2 days. 10,000 copies for
Miss LB saying, did I read that right, or did I make a mistake?
Ain't no coupon.
No, he didn't make a mistake. It's $350.
Nah.
Not $3. Not $3.50.
Ain't no discount code. Ain't no discount code on that.
Hey man, Silverback, man, 08, man, classic material facts, man. You know what I'm saying, all day. But yeah, again, like I said, man, this is why we talk about some albums, man, tonight, man. Put on your playlist, man. Kids gonna be trying to put batteries in toys tomorrow, man, and all that. Put your AirPods on, man, like J Camp, man. Put in some new stuff in your playlist. We're gonna hold you down, man. But definitely that Sheek Louch is real. Any last words on that Sheek real quick?
No, I think BYP said it beautifully. Definitely worth the cop. Barbershop talk. definitely my favorite joint on there though. Cause it is
crazy.
like,
It's crazy.
It's straight barbershop.
Addict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think he needs to follow the wave of like the Lloyd Banks, the AZs, the Ransoms, the 38 Specials by way of consistency. Heck, even Griselda, of course. And just keep up the great work and stay the course.
Like 5 to 6, 7. I know DJ Scanlon's don't be liking it, but I'm telling you, those 6, 7, 8 song albums, EPs, they keep people's attention.
Facts.
And it keeps people watering. They want more. You know what I'm saying? Like you hit somebody with 8 joints, they want more, especially if they all fired. They want more.
Hey, Miss LB, put your cash app in the chat, man. We're gonna get you right, man. We're gonna get you together. Yeah, we're gonna get you together. We're gonna get you together. We got you right. Yeah. We're gonna get you right, man. Put your cash app in there.
Maybe slide you that zip file if you nice.
Oh, layaway.
I got $10. I'm gonna bring another 100 next Friday.
Right.
And a rib. And a half a rib.
And give me one rib. Speaking of ribs, man, we got to talk about taco meat, man. And we got to talk about the legendary, man, that young Dolph, man. We got to take it down south, man.
Rest
Shout
in
out
peace.
to Brandon Foster in the building. We got to bring it down south, man. R.I.P. Young
Rest in
Dolph.
peace. R.I.P.
His estate just dropped another 13-track album, man. Paper Route. Frank.
Yes.
Shout out to Memphis in the building. Again, we losing a lot of cats. But yeah, put your cash up, Miss LB. But again, man, Young Dolph was one of my guys, man. Loved his music, man. Him and Bankroll Fresh, man. Like when I was getting that bread, this is what you put on, man. But what's your thoughts on this project, man? Because again, we flipping it from hip hop to rap, man. Young Dolph was one of those dudes before he passed. What's your thoughts on this project, or just Young Dolph in general?
Yeah, I've always been a fan of Dolph's music, man. Dolph just had the swag that I like, man. He reminded me of like a down south Fab. You know what I'm saying? Like had the swag. He's always gonna be next level with the swag. You know what I'm saying? Always next level. But of course, you got some Zaytoven sprinkled throughout here. Zaytoven and Dolph always have great chemistry. So that still works on this album. It's not my favorite Dolph album. I probably like 100 Shots. That's probably like one of my favorite ones of Dolph. I like the second half of the album better than the first half.
I agree.
But what I do like about some of the first half is some of it reminds me of that old No Limit. Like I had like that 90s like New Orleans feel when I was listening to some of those earlier joints, like the Whoa, the Blindfold. Like to me, that gave me like No Limit vibes. I felt like I wanted to hear some Mia X. You know what I'm saying? On like a couple of them joints, man. But but no, I mean, but this album it's a wave. You know what I'm saying?
What Brandon said is spot on though, man. I didn't like how he spoke on his own death. I didn't like that.
But he's done that on a lot of his albums though. Like with the Bulletproof, tracks like that. Like again, the 100 Shots, the Charlotte joint. Dolph has done that for a while. But what you can't take away from him, when he was on this earth, God bless his soul, was his stage presence, his ability to move the crowd, and just knowing what people want to hear. Like it's like Gucci, like them dudes know the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like
Gucci.
Gotti might be heavier on the radio, but Dolph was always heavier in the streets.
Yeah,
Jeezy might be heavier on the radio, but Gucci's heavy in the streets, man. That's what Dolph had that. Dolph had that locked up, man. So again, rest in peace, Dolph. Again, this project is definitely worth the cop. Like I said, my personal favorite is definitely the second half of the album, but still, it's Dolph. You getting Dolph swag through this whole joint. So,
and that's what Michael's saying. Michael's saying it's dope car music. But I hate the Def albums too, man.
I do too,
because it's cut and paste beats and features.
Right.
I get it, but the family got to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like cats got to eat, so I get it. It's a love.
And people want to hear more Dolph. I mean, it's just kind of
they do.
That's just kind of what it is. But Michael's 100% correct. That's the only thing with those albums. Some of them sound like lazily put together. I don't feel this was like quite as bad as like the DMX.
It's beats DMX,
where it was just terribly crafted. Like they didn't do X justice at all.
They didn't.
I felt at least with Paper Route, they at least gave you Dolph flavor, regardless if it did have a slight element of the copy paste, but it still felt like Dolph at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I didn't feel like I was listening to somebody else. Still felt like Dolph to me.
Yeah, Michael saying that me and X-Men and Unlady, like, yeah, that was classic.
Oh my
God, man, yeah, I think
and
that was a dope album.
She was beasting on there too. Like from
she
the
still look good too. How you doing?
Mia was going in.
Yeah.
Mama, the biggest in the tank. Whoa. You know,
yeah.
We want to hear some Mia X now.
Oh man.
Yeah. Leaving legacy money, man. Of course, man. Yeah, of course. Mia gets hard. But B, what would you think about young Dolph, man, with the taco meat out?
I ain't speaking on that taco meat situation, you know, but I agree with J Camp. Like the latter half of the album, I can't think of where to start, but the latter portion of the album does stand out more so than the first part. But that's not to knock the first part.
No.
I'd say that one of, if not my favorite songs, if I were to just think from a preliminary standpoint, is the Old Ways, because it shows us the more mature version of Dolph.
Yep.
Yeah,
that starts the second half of the album to me.
Okay, yeah. That shows like the, because he's talking about
your dad a G, by the way, on that Mia X though. But keep going, B, bro.
Hey, he's a G for real.
No,
he's
yeah.
a G in the Mia X. Yeah.
Absolutely your G. Yeah, I mean, just rapping about his beginnings of, you know, his earlier life of, you know, being money hungry and living that trap life to, you know, afterwards, you know, wanting to marry his baby's mama, but her not trusting him. Yeah, mama. And you know, working for his kids instead of himself. You know what I'm saying? It was dope to hear, you know, at least one mature song, you know, out of the others. He did his thing on there with Gucci Mane on that roster.
Yeah.
You know, they did what they did and talk about what they talk about, you know, getting bread, getting served up by, you know, jump offs and all that type stuff, 250K for the chain.
But the good times,
yeah, the good times. But the other thing that stood out was the Hall of Fame.
Man.
Yeah, Fiend.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame though.
God, man.
There was Fiend was one of the best in No Limit. But
still
there was one part in
International
particular where
Jones.
Dolph rapped about having a meeting with Roc Nation until realizing that there were a few rap cats over there that was hating on him while still while Dolph was still showing love to Jay and offering to do a song with him. But that was kind of interesting.
Joint.
Yeah.
That was a cool feed.
Yep.
Well, I mean, Luda said the same thing though too about Bad Boy.
Yeah.
You can't be a label, man, where they're hating on you because you're gonna end up like Quavo and Lil Baby and Boo.
Man. Big Moochie, I think it was Big Moochie, Big Moochie along with Grape and Snoop bands. I think they flow nicely on there too, and that they all flow nicely on that last track, infatuated with the D to the R to the U to the G to the S. But real solid trap album from Young Dolph. So if you're a fan of him, they represented him right. They got his album produced just the way it needs to be, I think, for you know, such an album. That I think that artificial intelligence visualizers were you know, did him a solid as well as the consumers. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Cole, you can't go to Roc Nation, Yo Gotti's over there. Come on, man.
Yeah, you can't do that at all.
But again, like I said, this is a good album, man. You know what I'm saying? For what it's worth, man. Obviously, Dolph didn't put his touch on it, but again, man, Dolph one of them dudes, man. He made the hustler music the best, in my opinion, man. Dude is icy, man, and
on a grassroots level too.
Hey, this thing, if y'all in the Christmas spirit, hit Miss LB with a 2-piece, 3-piece, 5-piece. You know what I'm saying?
I'm about to do that now.
Go ahead and cash out. Hey, everybody cash out mama. And cash out mama too, but cash out Miss LB a little bread. You know what I'm saying?
A little brethren, yeah.
We about to stop the show real quick, show us some love, man, and get Miss LB. Even if she don't buy the album, we're gonna show her some love real quick, man.
I'm gonna show a little bit.
Hold up, man. We're gonna put on that. Hold on, here we go. I can't type.
Man, my typing is very weak too. But just leave it up there for a second, though.
Yeah, I got you.
Iceberg.
I got the right person. Okay, I got the right person. All right. Hit your phone.
Mara 718.
Boom, boom. Got it.
Got him.
I hope it's Baby. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think we have it.
It better be who it is, cause there you go. All right, yeah. Hey man, you got some there, man. Hey man, get on the show, man. Merry Christmas. You know what I'm saying? That's how we do.
Merry Christmas to you, Miss LB.
Merry Christmas
all day.
Hold it down. Y'all go check her out, man. Definitely.
She said y'all funny for this. It was a joke. She don't want the album. Oh,
we just
okay.
still love. You know what I'm saying? We gotta love our queens, man. That's how we do, man.
There
Hold it down, man. As the kings, man.
It's all love.
No, yeah, no. Everybody goes.
Merry Christmas to you. You know what I'm saying?
Merry Christmas, love, support, man. Always,
all
man.
love. It's all love,
man. You know, come on, man. Yeah, she ain't covering that ghost, but we'll show some. But again, before we get out of here tonight, man, we talked about the Meg joint. We talked about Tory's situation, man. Again, we gave you a lot of jewels on how to stay out of those situations, man. Again, donations. I thought it was a trash can. What's your final thoughts just on the Megan joint again? I saw Carl Crawford. If y'all don't know, that's 1501. He's suing Megan in Roc Nation now. We saw what their little grimy little hands can do. Should Carl Crawford be careful? And is he next? You know what I'm saying? Because again, Megan's an asset that makes a lot of bread. Man, they gave her Beyonce feature for free.
Needs to be like a next show topic. Is what they need to be. Salute,
okay.
LB. We got you. We got you.
But what's your final thoughts on the Meg Bull? Just in general, not even on the Carl Crawford. Before we get up out of here,
I mean, again, this thing was a sham from the beginning. You know, she didn't look comfortable at all. You know what I'm saying? She looked like somebody.
You spot on with that. You spot on with that, J. Kim.
Who was lying on the stand. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate because I know some of that too was people in her ear pushing her in that direction. But regardless, you know, like we said, somebody's going to jail for a piece, 5-piece, 6-piece. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, man, dude. Them
Kobe numbers, man, on the title table.
With no evidence or proof that he did anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's the worst, man. Like, hope for the best. You know, for Tory. You know, I mean, this should be a lesson for Meg. I mean, but we'll see if she, you know, heeds to any new principles and kind of slows down doing some things that she was doing prior. Now that her dude has got some new information, you know what I'm saying? So maybe he ends up making a decision and bust a move on her, you know. So we'll see. It's a lot to play. Again, I don't necessarily think this is over for Meg. I think that it's still going to be some repercussions.
Let's be clear. Megan can spit. She can spit.
And it's not about her being an artist. Like I you know, just taking her artistry and her art and her talent out of this. You know, I feel that she's still gonna be held accountable in some form or fashion. It may not be like being held accountable as far as court system or, you know, having to pay out of pocket, but she's gonna be held accountable because she's gonna lose some interest. That's always the hardest and toughest pill to swallow. So at the end of the day, I mean, salute to these folks, man. Again, hopefully Tory can shake some of this off and, you know, and get back to the music, you know, in due time. And Maggie gonna have to go hard now. Everything you put out gonna have to be flame. You know what I'm saying?
And Brandon's right. There's no logical reason. Again, we're taking logic off the table. You know, this to me, this is the railroad. This is he got railroaded on this. Bebo P, what you think on this?
I mean, we could speculate until the cows come home, but at the end of the day, This is how wow. But at the end of the day, this is just how power operates. And until certain folks start to understand that, then there's just going to be a whole bunch of yeah, but this, yeah, but that. And I'm not hating on the debate. It's just you have to understand the game and how it's played. So the best place to start in order to be in the best situation possible is, well, first, God. From an earthly standpoint, is within you. Secondly, as Carmen said, and as we've said on here, watching the company that you keep, because birds of a feather flock together. And from there, just know who you should be. Again, know who you should be affiliating yourself with and who you shouldn't. And you need to safeguard your credibility, safeguard your situation, because right now, everybody in the chat and on Fresh Out is looking a lot more successful, or at least feeling more successful than how Tory Lanez is feeling, unfortunately. So we're, prayers are going up to Tory and his family for, what's recently taken place. And again, it's never a good situation to see a black man that's about to get prosecuted or sentenced, I should say. And yeah, we'll keep our finger on the pulse of this situation as developments arise. Iceberg.
Absolutely.
Man, first of all, shout out to Matt for the 5-piece.
Much love to you, Madden, man. As always, man. You know what I'm saying? Showing your support, showing your love to us, man. We're going to keep this authentic train moving.
There you go.
We're going to keep, you know what I'm saying, speaking to the people, speaking to the people's heart. And just to kind of backtrack to Antoine's point too, yes, karma is a B out here. So, like I said, there's always a price to pay at some point, because it catches up with you.
Facts.
Yeah, you have it.
My biggest thing, man, if we go, and this year's about to end, we on week 51. There's 52 weeks, there's got one more week. If we looked at this year, man, we put in a capsule, man. We love our women, especially our black women, all day, of course. But at the end of the day, man, the most unprotected cats out here right now are black men. Let's be clear. If we go back to heterosexual black men, let's be clear. So whether it's, the cats have been dying in the streets, man. We just had a Kyrie situation. Now everybody forgot about it. Everybody's hating on them. Now they forgot about it. There's cats going to jail for things that are wrong. Am I saying everybody's good and great? No. But again, if it doesn't touch you, it may affect your kids. It may affect somebody in your family. Again, we got to get united out here in these streets. Hopefully, man, this 50th anniversary of hip hop, man, this year can be different. If you understand the game, they try to keep us divided, man, especially us black men and women, our melanated men and women. We got to get back together, man. This is what we try to do on this platform. We're trying to get everybody together. We use hip hop as the glue. And then just the love that comes with it, you know what I'm saying? So we talking to Brandon from down south, all the way up the cats, up north, man. We try to hold it down, man. You look at our the hip hop list that Bebo P and J Camp gave y'all. It's nationwide, man. We don't just do one side, man. It's well rounded. Again, black men, protect yourself, man. If you got to do what you got to do, passport, bro. Just on your monk life swag and stay on your purpose, not even looking at women, while you're doing your thing. Do something that's positive, man. Stay focused. And also, if you're a man of purpose, take care of the women in your family too, because right now, everybody's being attacked right now, and we got to basically stay focused. This is why we do what we do, man, to try to give y'all a break from just the crazy times in life. Come over here, have some fun, man, and that's what we do, man. Before we get out of here, man, any shout-outs?
Yeah, man, of course, shout out to all our day oneers, man. Man, y'all holding it down as y'all always do. You bring everything to the table. You keep us motivated to continue to hop on here every Wednesday and Saturday, man. So we definitely salute and appreciate you. Merry Christmas to you, your families. Happy New Year, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Stay safe out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Don't get caught in these situations that we just got done so eloquently saying. But definitely salute to the people. Salute to the chat as always.
Y'all.
People, P, take us home, man.
We appreciate y'all as always. Definitely want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, or just time with your family and or your loved ones or just your peoples, or even if you're by yourself, hey, Fresh Out is with you in spirit if you are by yourself this holiday weekend. And as J Camp said, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us on this Christmas Eve edition of Fresh Out here in 2022. Much love to you brothers as well. And stay safe and be careful of who you affiliate yourself with. Even your own people in some cases. Not everybody's trying to elevate. Not everybody's trying to be on the same level. Some are, some aren't. And it's the man or the woman's in the mirror's responsibility to discern who those individuals are and separate the two differences. So either way it goes, much love. We appreciate y'all and continue to rock with us. Catch us next Wednesday for another episode of Fresh Out. Hit that like, subscribe button, and notification bell. We appreciate y'all.
Of 2022 is next week.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Antoine 1486, man. Great show, fellas, man. Christmas to everyone. That $2 holla, man. Salute. Hey, man, again, too, man, there's a movie called War Games, you know what I'm saying? And there was a computer in the movie, and to beat the computer, man, it said the only way to win is what, Bebo P?
Is to not play at all.
Sometimes the only way to win is not to play. So again, as we go into this new year, hey man, make sure you're focused, make sure you on your family swag. The money's gonna come. If you basically do your purpose, the money's gonna be there. You don't have to chase the bag, man. You the bag. So again, understand that you guys are the bag. Do your thing. Make sure that family's cool. Absolutely. We're an extended part of your family. So if you need anything, DM us. You know where to find us at, man. Again, we showing love. J Kent, get us out of here, man.
Yeah, man. Y'all said it so
Ozzy
beautifully.
Oz.
That snitch. Shout out to Ozzy, man, on that snitch gang.
I'm about to
man.
put these.
Man, I know what's up.
I gotta play Santa Claus and put these little your digs up under this tree. So
camper claws.
Slide on up out of here myself, man. But again, appreciate y'all as always, man. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, that notification, build your digs, hit all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Tell your peoples, tell your friends, tell your mama, tell whoever. Fresh Outs in the building.
Mamas,
babies, mamas, whoever.
Yeah. Mama.
Man, we'll see you guys Wednesday, 9:30, man. I think again, appreciate y'all holding it down with us, man. We'll check y'all out, man. Peace.
Salute.
Peace.
I'd like to take this time to apologize. Absolutely nobody.
Let's go. World No Dangerous Podcast. Vivo P's in the building. What's good? It was going bar for bar. Shouts out to the fans, man. Let's get it. Good.
Hondo up in this.